Does Britain have an anti-Semitism problem?
If you'd asked me a month ago, I'd have said no.
Okay.
Today, I'd be a fool if I said no now. It's quite obvious on the streets of London that we have. It's still, I would say, it's smaller than people think it is because most of the people marching are not anti-Semitic, but some of the scenes are absolutely anti-Semitic. So yes, we
Can you give
have.
me an example of one of these scenes that you would characterize as a good example of actual anti-Semitism that's happening in Britain?
Yeah, I mean, if you look online, you'll see videos from London of chanting, kill the Jews. The chants are not
Well, kill
always
yeah,
about
kill the Jews is
Israel.
probably a good one, right? Is there
That's
anything a little more
definitely
subtle?
Yeah,
anti-Semitic. Yeah,
Is there
it's
anything
ambiguous.
a little more
Yeah,
subtle that you think
yeah.
that people? Do you think there's anything that there's any kind of anti-Semitism that's being overlooked that we're not talking about that's happening in Britain right now?
um, no,
Fair enough.
it's not like people would think it is, such as organisations, such as the state. That anti-Semitism as probably hasn't existed in my lifetime. Um, the problem we have now really is the importation of the third world into the UK who have brought their problems with them. And it's not just the Palestine-Israel conflict they brought many problems. It was only last year, I believe, 18 months ago, we had riots in Leicester, which is a city in England, between people of Pakistani descent and people of Indian descent who were rioting and trying to kill each other over a cricket match that happened on a different continent between India and Pakistan. So we're importing other people's problems. And the reason why we're fighting these problems, a large part of it is we don't have our own problems anymore. Life is so good in the West, we've got to make up problems and import problems. Otherwise, we won't have problems.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly true, and it sounds to me like a non charitable view of what you just said, Nick. A non charitable, I want to be clear, would be like, oh, so Britain's not anti-Semitic, but those foreigners, oh boy, are they anti-Semitic? Do you see how that might be a little hard to
Yeah,
swallow for some
and
people?
well, let's be honest, most of them are foreigners, but it's not just foreigners. We have an increase over the last 20, 30 years in the UK of the far left in this country. And they're very anti-Semitic. Again, they're only small numbers. We've had people in Parliament being disciplined over being anti-Semitic. We had the former leader of our Labour Party, which is the second party in the UK, kicked out of the party for being anti-Semitic. So it does exist. It's always existed. Everything exists. That's why we have these problems. Some people are sexist. Some people are racist. Some people are thieves, some people are rapists. There's always people in these groups who have these thoughts, who are criminals or not criminals or think differently. We're never going to get rid of it completely. We never are.